How's it been going? What's going on? What are you're building out the AI app, or where
Hi,
are you at?
everyone.
We're
One
live. We're live. Okay, 1 second. Sorry.
second. Hi, everyone. Welcome to AI Show. And today we have an extra guest, which is Cassie, but everything after the bumper. Hi, everyone. Let's introduce Cassie. Cassie, thanks for joining us for this AI Show. Can you tell us what you do?
Yeah, so I am a cloud advocate at Microsoft, and I focus on AI. Most recently, I was doing stuff with speech recognition. That was really a super fun experience. I learned that you can actually create speech classification through images, so you can actually turn it into a computer vision problem with the spectrogram. So that was cool. And yeah, I also do a little bit of XR. I just got done with a talk on XR. And yeah.
For people who doesn't know what that is, can you explain?
Yeah.
I think you did Babylon.js specifically, right?
Yeah, I do mainly Babylon.js. My background before AI was C#, and I was a full stack .NET engineer, so I like C# and Unity too. But so if you haven't done anything with XR or mixed reality, essentially it's virtual reality or augmented reality, and augmented reality is putting 3D objects into your physical world. So if you play like Pokemon Go, I think is like the best example. I think it's most people's kind of first augmented reality experience. And then virtual reality is where you go into a completely virtualized world, and you go into a world that somebody can just dream up. And so maybe you've played Beat Saber or something. I always think that's like the best first VR experience. But yeah, so I do WebXR, which you can do you can create the VR experience on the web, which is pretty cool with JavaScript. Love it.
Awesome. And one thing is to mention is also with augmented reality, it's computer vision basically, because you're able to define things around you. For example, you can find the walls on windows and things like that. So there's a lot of AI going on there.
Yeah, so that's called object detection. And so I think together you can do such cool things with AI and XR put together. They're just super powerful tools that you can really do cool things. So I know like HoloLens does a lot of leveraging AI to create their experiences.
Yes. And how was your talk?
Well, I mean, it was fine, except for that my computer blue screened 15 minutes before I was supposed to start.
Oh, no.
Yeah. So I was trying to repair it. So I just sent them a message and said I was going to be a little late because I have quite the setup. And so, sorry, excuse me. So I have a gaming laptop in here as well that I use to offload all my like streaming stuff, and that one was still fine. So I essentially tried to get my presentation on that, and I didn't have all the tools because like with Babylon.js and with WebXR, I use like SideQuest, and I have Chrome debugging up. I have a lot of different things hooked up. So I tried to like quickly set up my other laptop, and I think I went. I mean, I still was able to do it. It was fine, but I had like a lot of really cool experiences, like virtuals, like things to demo that I couldn't demo because I only had one computer, and I need 2 computers to actually do that because I need to offload the hard work.
Yeah, it is tough. Oh, well, Ivana is here. She also does mixed reality and AI.
Awesome.
So one day we'll hopefully have her as a guest here too. And it's live. Last time we forgot to go live. We were just talking with Vanessa as if everybody's here, but thankfully this time we remembered. And Seth is here too. Hi, Seth.
Hey, Seth.
So nice to have everyone here.
Yeah, that's also why I have the Kitty headphones on right now, because my preamp. So I repaired my computer, but my preamp won't connect. Like nothing will connect to my Surface. So I'm like very, very minimal tech today.
Oh no. Well, it looks like you have some green screen action going on behind you.
The green screens I got, because those can't break, right? I mean, now it's gonna like fall or something.
Yeah, I saw you on Twitter yesterday stepping into your code, and I thought it was hilarious. I love it. Y'all should follow Cassie. She tweets the best things.
That was fun. So I was testing my setup, and I was actually going to enter my presentation like that because like so I was got my PowerPoint up and I was going to like come through the PowerPoint. It's going to be fun. But yeah, so I was testing it, and I just like sent a Zoom link to my husband, and I had to leave the room, and he saw me leave through VS Code, and he started bursting out laughing, and so we're like, we have to record this because like I didn't realize that it like looked like I was like going into the. Actually, I could redo it with this wall. You know, I have that working. Do you want to see?
Yeah, yeah. So, for folks that are watching, yeah, let's see it, Cassie.
All right,
'Cause
all right. I'll
it's
be right
like
back.
this wall of VS Code, and then out of like the darkness, Cassie pops out.
Oh my God, you have to do it. This
Okay,
is
well,
really immersing yourself in the codes.
I'd have to upload. Okay, so I can do it through the brick wall, I have here, but I'd have to share my screen, and that like whole setup I can't do, but I can do it through the brick wall. I can
All
walk
right.
through walls essentially. That's all I got today. Is that enough?
All right, bye, Cassie. So imagine VS Code back there.
That is a cool one. I should do that too. I'm
Yeah.
going to steal your demo stuff. Oh, that's really cool. That's awesome.
The magic of green screen.
So before we start talking about everything else, I know you're also working on builds, right? So what are you going to do for builds? Cassie, tell us.
Yeah, so we are going to be building a model, of course, since it was an AI talk. Spoilers, there might be machine learning models in the machine learning talk.
Cognitive services too, is that?
That's true. That's true. Yep. I don't know how much I can say. We're going to be using AML. There are a lot of cool things that you're going to see. I won't be going like through my VS Code. I don't have any. I won't be walking through the VS Code in it. Although maybe I can add that still. I don't know.
Yeah.
But yeah. So we're going to be doing a recurrent neural network with a GRU to predict. So it's a sequence model to predict earnings. So yeah,
very exciting stuff. Yeah.
Ivana says this is one of my favorite chapters so far. Cassie rocks. So maybe we should have you more often, Cassie.
I'm happy to come on anytime. Just
yeah.
Even when my computer breaks, like I'll still make it work.
Yes. You break the walls to come in to this show.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, I think what the world is telling me is that my strengths are breaking things, and so you gotta go with that. Gotta go with your strengths.
Yeah, that's true. So yeah, build,
yes. Oh, sorry. So yeah, we're going to be showing off, like we're going to be doing some VS Code notebooks. I don't know if you have used VS Code notebooks. There's a lot of really cool tools they have in it. And if you're not familiar with that, so Jupyter Notebooks is what most people use when they're doing different AI experiences or experiences. Sorry, I've been talking about XR, so everything's like an experience, but so if you're building different AI models, you're using Jupyter Notebooks, and the Jupyter Classic doesn't necessarily have some of the tools that you like. So I use that, and then I go into VS Code, and now you can actually open Jupyter Notebooks in VS Code and have all the like VS Code awesomeness too. And then you can also use them for not just Python. So like usually AI, if you're familiar with building it, you're generally building it with Python. That's where kind of the most popular frameworks are, like PyTorch and TensorFlow. So you're generally using that, but you can now do JavaScript, I think, and C#. I think it's just those three. I could be missing some, but I think it's cool because it's nice when you're with Jupyter Notebooks. The way that you do it is you kind of like execute like a cell, like a snippet, right? And then you have like an output. So if you're building a big project and maybe you don't want to hit F5 and wait for it to load or something like that, you can kind of test out little snippet things. And so I think that in data science, we use Jupyter Notebooks a lot, and it's very common practice for us. But I think it could see even it being more used once people start thinking about like, how can I use this tooling in my normal dev flow? Oh, I can't hear you, Icicle.
You might be muted.
Okay.
Hi.
I was like, oh no, it's
Can you hear
breaking
me?
again.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you talk it. Oh,
It's
okay,
not.
cool.
It's not you. It's not you. We hear you. We hear you. Yay!
Yay! All right. Can you show us actually the notebooks?
Let me see here. See what my computer will let me do right now, since it's
All right.
very opinionated.
While you're doing that, I'll talk about the other AI sessions, cognitive services. I'm super excited about it. I actually just want to tell you everything now, but I can't, unfortunately. So sign up for Build. It's going to be May 25th to 28th, and catch all of the AI ML things that we worked on and new announcements, which is really, really nice.
Yeah, and we're actually going to have a special AI show recap on that Friday. So Seth will be hosting an AI build recap special show. So if you didn't catch all the news during build, try to catch us on Friday.
Yay!
Which model do we want to talk about? Wine or tacos? Like, I'm wondering which one I should.
I feel
Well,
like
I should pull up.
I think you need to read the room, and I feel like it's wine.
Is it?
Okay,
Oh,
that's what I was thinking.
I mean, I like wine. We
I mean,
also
that's
live
what I want.
very, yeah, we
Well,
live close to Napa. Aishigal and I live close to Napa, so
yeah, but it's also 11 a.m. here. But yeah, go ahead. Wine. We'll go with that. It's Friday, right?
Wine not, right? No, I'm just kidding. Okay, it's see what I did there. She told me to bring my dad jokes, and so I gotta work on it.
Good job.
All right, I still haven't got anything. Okay, sorry, I'm looking for my stuff here. There it is. I will have it up shortly. I'll let you know.
no worries.
What
you
else?
can tell a joke. I can tell another joke.
Oh, go ahead. Looks like you came prepared.
I did. I don't think I was as prepared. I found some funny jokes. This is my really hard job, looking for jokes. Okay. What do you call a computer that sings?
That what?
That
Sings.
sings.
Oh, I see.
Sings the songs.
Don't know. Anyone? Anyone on the chat? No.
A computer that sings is called Adele.
Oh.
Ah,
I thought you might make an opera joke too. Wasn't that the browser name for iOS?
Oh, was it? Okay, maybe.
I don't know. I might be wrong. Oh, cool. Hi, Jarek. I hope I'm saying that right. I have no idea.
So
we should go ahead.
my inside, it says my VS Code Insiders is corrupt. Like, I'm literally, like, my computer just broke. Like, it's just not. Let me see if I'm not. Oh, I have to reinstall. I have to uninstall and reinstall VS Code.
That's horrible.
Yeah, like I tell you, like I repaired it, but I can tell it's still not right. Like it wouldn't connect to my preamp and all that. Yeah.
That's okay.
Anyway.
No worries. We'll move on.
Okay.
Yeah. So we are building AI playground for anyone who doesn't know about it. I will have the links for you, and we have the AI playground discussion that you can comment on. Which let me share my screen and show it to you. Actually,
I had an idea. Azure to the rescue. Because AML has notebooks built in, I can do everything in the cloud, I think. And my computer can just take its time to think about what it's done. But I don't know.
Sit there and think about what you just did, computer.
Yeah. You need a timeout.
Timeout.
Put it in the corner.
Okay. So let's see what I have. Okay, so should I share my screen and we can see what I have in here? Yes. Let me just get to, yeah, this should be good. Sorry, I only have one screen right now, so I have to like flip between things because it won't connect to other screens either, which is great. Share screen. All right. Are you seeing my screen? Not yet.
Oh, Aishiko, you're muted. Are you talking?
Hello, hello. Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay, awesome. I should remember that. Hi, Rob.
All right, can you see?
Yeah.
Awesome.
Can you make it a little bit bigger
Yeah,
for people like me who are?
good call.
Okay.
See,
Awesome.
everything should just be in the cloud because then it doesn't matter what computer
Exactly.
you're on. And so,
Exactly.
yeah. All right, so let's see. We have, that's NLP. So this is Azure Machine Learning Studio if you're not familiar
start from
with
the
it.
beginning. Like, where are you? Like, how is it on the clouds?
Yes, good idea. Good thought. So if you go to portal.azure.com, which actually I think I'm going to go to the docs, Azure. There is a service called Azure Machine Learning. And once you create this, it has all kinds of tools within it. So I have cloud compute. I can do notebooks in the cloud, automated ML, which is like machine learning for machine learning. The designer, which I love, it was the first thing I built a model on, and it's like a graphical UI that allows you to just drag and drop, kind of like workflow style, to create machine learning models. You can version data sets.
Oh.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. Let's see if I have anything in here. Oh, I do have some stuff in here. So so the cool thing about the designer is that when you come in here, there's all these kind of like pre-built models that you can just grab and use. So like if you want to look how to do a regression, if you want to look at a binary classification, that kind of stuff, you can just come in here and start playing. But let's see, what do I have in here? I have some sales forecasting. I don't even know what that one is. What should we build one? I did have one for natural language processing, but I think it might be in a different studio. So this is a different workspace. You can have multiple workspaces, and then you can also control those like with Microsoft Service Identity, so like MSI and RBAC, so like who has access to different things. So if I go, I think I might have it in my workspace. So let's check out. This is the one that I'm in right now, is a shared workspace with Seth, so we can collaborate on different projects.
That's awesome.
Let's see. Do I have anything? Oh, I have bird classification in here. That was a fun one. Let's look at that one.
Yes.
So what I did with this one is, okay, so this is the designer, and I can actually kind of make things smaller so I get a better workspace here. But you import a data set, which you can do that by using the different modules here. And I can import data sets that I've statically imported into the workspace. And then I can also have different input modules where I connect to like Azure Storage, SQL, I can run queries. Like there's all kinds of ways to get your data in here. This one, I just have a static data set. And so what this one is actually doing, I guess I should tell you what this model does, is it classifies birds, and it's based on a learn module. So you can build this one. In the learn module, I'm using Cognitive Service Custom Vision, but you can also build it in Azure Machine Learning. And so it's different bird images, and then it tells you what type of bird it is. So I am like an old lady that loves to watch the birds. Like I have bird feeders, and there's ducks. Like we have the wood ducks are hanging out right now, and we have.
Oh.
So anyway, sorry, I will talk about birds too long, and people are not here to hear about birds. So I'll move back on to the machine learning side of things here. Okay, so we have our data set, and then we convert that to an image directory. So that way that the Azure Machine Learning designer can actually apply transformations and do the things that we need to do. And then like if you want to see what's actually happening at each step in the designer, I can click into it here and we can get more information. So this one is transforming my images. So a lot of time when you're doing image classification, you resize the images both to make the model smaller, because the bigger the data, bigger the model, right? So sometimes you don't need a huge image to necessarily get a good model. So you can resize and then also resize them to the same, so they're all the same shape matrix. And yeah, so that's what this one is doing. I can take a look at the data there. Then we're splitting it out. Let's see, I think the parameters, where is that? I thought I had, it's been a little while since I've been in here. Yeah.
Can you give me the big picture? So you came to the designer, what is your goal to do with the bird pictures, and how do you start from designing this?
Yeah, so this one is classifying based on what kind of bird it is. So is it a blue jay, or is it a woodpecker, or is it a hummingbird? And with that image, it goes through and it applies transformation, and then it classifies it. So this would be considered a multi-classification problem, where I would then be able to deploy this to a web service and then use it. So you could use this service. You could put a webcam or something on your bird feeder, and then post images back to this, and then it would classify the birds. So I do have a web service up. Yeah, we could test it. At least it looked like it was. What do you mean?
No, camera. Like, do you have a camera that is using it?
I don't have one up right now. But I'm getting, so there's this new, let's see if I can find, there's this new kit for AI stuff that I'm getting, and it works with images, and I think that's what I'm going to build. It's called edge computing. Okay, I think this is it. And so it's on the intelligent edge. So it's like when you add IoT and AI, and then you can kind of bring the power of the cloud down to smaller devices, so you can do more of that heavy compute stuff. And so this Azure Percept, when I get this, I think that's what I'm going to do, is actually use the image classification. But I probably will write it with PyTorch. I'm not sure if I'm going to use this one. So the cool thing is, there's so many ways to build models, right? This one's really cool. And the thing that I like about the designer is that it gives you the big picture step by step, right? This looks very, I think, digestible from somebody that maybe hasn't done anything for AI. And so for me, when I started learning, it was a really good way to do it. But you can build this with, like I said, custom vision. So I've also built this with custom vision. And then I haven't done it with PyTorch yet, but I've built a computer vision classification. So I think I want to actually do that next, build it that way, and then deploy it with Azure Percept, and then put that on my bird feeder. That's kind of my thought process there. So yeah, and so this is using PyTorch. And so the really cool thing about this is to train the model, to put all your hyperparameters in, they're all right here. So I have how many epochs I want, the batch size, the learning rate, random seed, all that good stuff. And then you create that, and then you can do it. And this is also using transfer learning. It's using a ResNet model, so it's going to perform better with less images.
Robert says you're doing great. It's really hard to function when somebody else is watching you work. So thank you. This is awesome.
Yeah, thanks. Appreciate it. I need the confidence boost after this morning. Although somebody posted something really nice, and that made me feel better. I was because we all have those days where things break.
Yeah.
But yeah, so do you want to keep talking about designer, or
you were showing how what do you see in each step?
Yeah.
You off to.
Oh, and then you can visualize. I didn't even show the cool visualizations. Cool. So we can right click and visualize, and then we can see how it's doing. So we can see what the actual category was. And then over here, we can see the probabilities, and then the label of what it actually predicted. Mm-hmm. And then in the evaluation, we can get some metrics about how it's performing.
Robert is asking, are you building it in Azure or VS Code?
So this one is all in Azure. So this is using the Azure Machine Learning Studio, and I'm going directly into my designer here and building it out. So you could build this in VS Code, but not with the designer. You would have to you'd be doing actual like PyTorch or something, or scikit-learn or TensorFlow or something in notebooks. So the designer, as far as I know, is only on the cloud. If I want to go into notebooks, I can still leverage all this like awesomeness in here, but I'm going to be more leveraging the compute instances and opening up a notebook. So like this is where I was saying like I can still get into Jupyter Notebooks here. I wonder if I open VS Code if it's going to open. Let's see. So before it was insiders that said it was corrupt. I did not try this one. No, nothing's happening. Do you want to see what it can try again? I know.
Is it going to break?
Or is it going to break? Is it going to come back? Are you going to come back to me? So let's try to open a folder. So like I got this far, and then it was when I actually tried to like open up a project that was like, this is corrupt. What one was I going to open? Wine, right?
Yeah.
Why am I not seeing it? NLP. No. Oh, I might have to actually clone it now that I'm looking for it. We can open up this one. Or can we? Let's see. It came back. Yes. So this one, this is so exciting. It's like I'm just that's sad that I'm that excited just about like VS Code opening. That's where my expectations are. But we can also clone the down if we want. So this one's gonna open up notebooks. The thing is notebooks in the insiders. It's so cool now. They have so many good things. Let's see.
Yeah. To be fair to VS Code, you're also not using the stable version. You're using the insider version, which is being built day by day.
But somebody's got to do it.
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly. So, and the thing I like about the insiders version too, though, is just that I like testing out all the new stuff. Like it's really fun. So I can choose my server here. And actually, why don't we use the compute? Let's not stress out my computer because we can actually leverage the compute instance here in VS Code, which is pretty cool using the AML extension. So we want to use an AML compute instance, and I'm selecting. So I'm just selecting the subscription, the workspace, and then my compute instance, and then it should connect. And then it wants me to reload.
Again, suspend music. Well, I don't have the music that Seth has, but maybe I should. Every time before
get you some music, yeah.
Yeah. Before you try to make something work. There's suspense.
We can do like the Jupyter. Oh my gosh, the Jeopardy music. Oh, I got Jupyter on the mind.
Yeah, they're looking for a new host, right? For is it Jeopardy? What's the
yeah?
Is that show's still on? Wow.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, old champions sometimes host it now.
Yeah.
Here, well, this thinks we can go back to here. But yeah, anyway, so I'm going to leverage cloud instances there. Now, that's the NLP one. I don't know if you want me to clone the wine one so we can talk about wine instead of tacos. We could do that too.
No, well, it's up to you.
Okay. Should we talk more about the AML stuff while that loads?
Yeah, sure.
And does anybody have any questions about AML? I know we had a question about the designer and if we're doing that in the cloud or locally, but is there any other kind of questions about the cool things that you can do here?
I don't see any questions, but
okay.
I mean, I haven't used it, so you can explain it to me, everything here.
Okay. Everything. Well, you can do everything in here for machine learning. The full workflow, you can create your endpoints, you can do model versioning. So one thing that I really like about this is when I was building models, and I was just, before this tool existed the way it does today, I would train something and I'm like, oh, that didn't work. And then I would change my hyperparameters, and then I'd run it again, and I wouldn't know like what model was what, or sometimes I maybe have like overwritten a different one. And so you can offload all the experimentation and compute to the cloud, and then it will also version your models for you. So you can actually go look and see, you know, what one was what. You can revert back. You can see the parameters, and then you can also create endpoints. So that one doesn't have any up. Let me see if I have one that does. This has 23 versions. I feel like that might have an endpoint. Nope. Well, it's really easy to create one. You can just like literally hit deploy and it creates one. Should we deploy one?
Sure. And
Okay.
there is Kevin asked if there is a AML extension for VS Code.
Yes.
I did paste the link for it.
That's what we're going to use right here. So this right here, we're using this AML workspace. I can show you too what it looks like. So this is the extension right here. And so that gives you, it's actually using WebSocket. So it's super easy. Like I don't have to log in. All I have to do is connect. So I can do Azure. So I already did. And there's two different ways to connect. So you can connect through to a compute instance, which is actually going to be the full, like I'm going to have the terminal and everything on that remote machine. Or I can connect to a Jupyter server on the compute instance, which is going to be more of like I'm just offloading, like all my code is still local on my machine, and I'm just offloading all the compute to Azure. So the way I'm connected right now, this is actually just the Jupyter server remote, which you can see, but since there's no connection right here, that means I'm only connected for the Jupyter server. Now, if I want to do the full compute instance, I can do this, and then you're going to actually see down here that it's going to change, and I'm actually going to be connected to this workspace. And then my terminal, I'll be able to run commands on the compute instance as well.
Oh, that's awesome.
It's really cool.
Robert was saying, I missed that part. Which part did you get it? Should we repeat any part, Robert? Let us know.
Yes. So here you can see that it's opening the remote instance. It's installing the VS Code server. And then this is the name. And then when we look at our terminal here, ta-da! We are no longer local, but we're just in VS Code. So I don't know if you've ever used the remote SSH extension. It's also really nice. So I'll install that. Oh, that's really cool. I haven't used that yet, but I don't want to switch to that user. There we go. We'll go back. All right. But yeah, so you can do, like, if you've ever used the remote SSH stuff, you can have a cloud VM and you can just essentially remote into it and you're in it, but you're still like on your local VS Code. Like you don't have to like RDP or do any of that stuff, which is so
awesome.
Nice. So like you can look and you can see that I am no longer local. And I can go into my stuff here. And so these are the ones I have here. Actually, you know, I should clone. Maybe I should clone my wines. My wines. I need to clone my wines to the GitHub instance here.
To share, I hope, you know,
Let's
clone it and share it.
Yeah.
Wines for everyone.
So let's go grab that one. That'll be a fun thing. Yeah, and let me know what you missed. I know there's like it happens so quick, like that to go from local VS Code to a cloud instance VS Code, and then you just have to look at the little thing here, and you're like, that's how you know. Same with remote SSH if you're leveraging like VMs, like if you're maybe using like DSVM. But the nice thing is if you're going to use that, you have to. Like if you're going to use remote SSH, you have to set up all of the login stuff and everything. Like with AML, it's just like I just have to select it and it's done because it's sockets.
Robert says you covered it. It was extension, and before he's able to ask it, you answer it. So it's cool.
Oh, perfect. Fantastic. Okay, let's find the wine. Oh, and then I do have the game up too, so we can talk about it, and then I'll show you the actual. So I used this model to create a game, and so what this model does, I guess I should tell you what it actually does, is it takes a bunch of reviews of different wine, and it can predict the quality and the varietal and the points. So if you're not familiar with wine stuff, you know, the quality is, or the varietal is what kind it is, right? So if it's like a Merlot, and then the points are like the points value, and then the quality is, well, I think it's actually the price. I'm sorry, I didn't actually use the quality. It's the price. So how much the wine would be worth according to buying it. So it's fun. If you add Napa into it, the wine price just jumps like 20%.
Although it's local, it's weird.
I know, they're so expensive and overpriced sometimes, and it's like, because it's a brand, it's like from Napa, but you know, actually there's lots of very nice wineries outside of Napa, all over California, so you don't have to go to Napa.
Don't say that about Napa. We are supporting California here now. It's our local business.
Yeah, but there's Livermore, which I like Livermore. There's like Paso Robles. There's Santa Barbara. There's so many places. But anyway,
So,
yes, I
Visit
love
California. That's what we are saying.
Yeah, I just made a commercial for Visit California.
When the pandemic is over, of course.
Yes.
All right, go ahead, Cassie.
Yeah, I'm trying.
Be inspired. I wanted to drink wine now. It's Friday, yeah, and it's later than here, I'm assuming there.
Getting real thirsty. This water. Oh my gosh. So I don't know why this should just be opening up a notebook, and this might have something to do with the fact that my VS Code said it was corrupt. Generally, this would just open a notebook. Let's try the other notebook, or let's try a different one.
And how do you describe a notebook to someone who doesn't know what it is?
Yeah, so it's like REPL. If you're familiar with like REPL, it's like, I forget what it stands for, but essentially, I can open one up locally to. Let's go to. So I have. It's basically a way to develop. So like a lot of times when you go and develop code, you're writing in your file and you're creating your functions and you're doing all the classes and all that good stuff. But like with notebooks, it's more about like experimentation, and that's why it's very popular for AI, because you're experimenting and trying to get things to work, and you really just want to execute different code blocks versus like running a whole program. So you don't want to start from the beginning every time when you're building a model. Like you only want to execute like the training thing, or you only want to execute the way that you're going to change the data set. So it's all about experimentation. And so it's different than like if I'm going to write a program, I wouldn't use Jupyter Notebooks. Like it's more about that. I just want to execute or experiment like with different cell code blocks. So I can open it up.
And our Learn modules use them a lot, right?
Yeah, so our Learn modules now are going to support it as a learning feature, which is going to be nice. Did I not go to? Hang on. Sorry about that. Got to go back.
Actually, we need to record a little thing with Vanessa, and she has to leave soon. So I'm going to put you out of this for just a few minutes, and then we are going to record that, if that's okay.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's not a timeout.
Okay. I won't cry. I'll be okay. I'll be strong. I'll just have a little bit of FOMO.
Well, I mean, if you want to be in it, we'll do that. No, seriously.
No. It's okay. Let me get these. Let me get a Jupyter Notebook up locally and see if I can get VS Code insiders to start behaving.
Yes. We'll wait. We'll have the anticipation of it.
Sounds good.
Cool. All right. Can you explain what we are doing, Vanessa?
Yes. So Aisha and I are going to work on a quick little Twitter teaser. So we need to do something live to kind of introduce what the show is about, and how many times a week you can catch us, or how many times a month, because we're every other Friday. And then we'll use that for some promotion. So we have been asked to do this, and we're going to use a little bit of this time to just do a few quick intros to the AI show with Aisha and Vanessa. We're going to do a couple of takes, and they're going to edit them later, so it will not be perfect. And you can let us know which one you like after the many, many takes that we make. Or
well, yeah, you can let us know now, actually. So, and if you have any other ideas too, we'll take it. All right, I'm going to press record. Oh, I guess I have to make us bigger. Yay.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
And can we practice high-fiving? Oh, wait, this way.
High five. Wait, no, this way. This way.
Yes. 1, 2, 3. Ah.
Okay.
It was very poor.
Okay,
But
I feel
yeah.
like I'm too far.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah. Okay. Well, we'll have to work on that. We'll have to work on that.
Yes.
I'm normally in real life a good high fiver. I am.
No doubt about that. Okay. So cool. Hopefully this will work. I'll start. Hi, my name is Aisha.
Hi, my name is Vanessa, and we're just going to talk really quickly about the AI show.
We are building things with cognitive services. We have interviews, and we
even have jokes sometimes. So make sure you catch the AI show every other Friday on Learn TV. I think I was not looking at the camera the whole time. Can we do that again?
Oh yeah.
We're gonna do it a couple times, folks.
Yeah. Okay. Take 2. 1 sec. I messed up my setup here.
Okay.
All right. Hi everyone. My name is Aisha.
Hi, I'm Vanessa, and we're just gonna ask you to join the AI show. That was horrible. Okay, I'm sorry. Maybe less movement. Seth does this very well. Everyone,
I know.
We're not Seth.
Yeah, we'll strive to be Seth, but it takes time. It's not easy to be Seth.
Definitely not.
Hakan says we are doing amazing. Thank you, but I feel like you are you have some bias there. All right, doing it again. Okay. Hi everyone, my name is Aisha.
My name is Vanessa, and we want you to join the AI show every Friday.
We will be building things with cognitive services. We'll have interviews and
even jokes sometimes. So just make sure to check us out every other Friday on Learn TV with the AI show. I don't know. I think we need to do that one more time. I'm the worst at this. You're doing great, by the way. I think you're doing great.
There is a reason I gave you that part. Oh, wait, this. Okay, I'm going to change the angle a little bit. Less distracting. Maybe. Okay.
Okay.
Doing it again.
One more time. Okay.
Hi, everyone. My name is Aisha.
Hi, I'm Vanessa, and we want you to join the AI show every other Friday with Aisha and Vanessa.
We will be implementing different cognitive services, and we'll have interviews, even
jokes some weeks. So just be sure to check us out.
Week.
Every week? Okay. Check us out every other week on Learn TV.
Awesome. Okay. One more time.
One more time. Okay. Oh, okay.
It helps me to imagine you're explaining to a friend. Ivana says, Seth loves the camera or the camera loves him. Yeah, I agree. I think camera loves him, and he's so entertaining. Like that's him. What are you gonna do? There are many Seths in the world.
Years on us. He's got a couple of years. I mean, not that he's old or anything. I didn't say that. I'm sorry, Seth. Seth is not old.
Vanessa, can you try to be in the middle? I think you need to move tiny bit. Yeah.
Here we go.
Okay.
In middle.
Yeah. Okay. Starting again. We are explaining it to Ivana now.
Okay,
hi, Ivana.
Okay. Sorry. Okay.
All right. Hi, everyone. My name is Aisha.
Hi, my name is Vanessa, and we want you to join the AI show.
we will be implementing different cognitive services every other week. Let's start over. Sorry.
I feel like you can cut that. Okay, anyway.
Okay.
Next time.
Hi, everyone. My name is Aisha Gül.
Hi, I'm Vanessa, and we want you to join the AI show every other Friday with Aisha and Vanessa.
Yes, we will be implementing cognitive services, and we'll have interviews and
even jokes. So just be sure to check us out every other Friday on Learn TV.
I think that was good. Ivana, what do you think? Sorry, we are doing our work here. Cassie, do you want to do one with us?
Sure, I can try.
Yeah.
What?
You have to lower yourself, though. We have to be in the same height.
The same height.
Oh,
okay. Oh,
okay.
That makes sense.
Wait, should I be a cat? Like, should I not be a cat? I don't know. It seems like a philosophical question. To cat or not to cat?
Reminds me of that Zoom that was going all over the internet.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh my God, that was so cute. Yes.
I know, it was cute.
All right.
So
I'll say my name. Vanessa says her name, and then you say your name.
Okay, I feel like I'm gonna try to do it this way because I feel like I don't know that I want to be a cat. You know what? I'm gonna be a cat in the promo.
Yeah. We don't hear you very well when you take it off. But it's more fun.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
How tall am I supposed to be? This is hard on my legs.
Yeah. Okay. No, that's okay. You can.
Okay.
All right.
What am I supposed to say again? Yeah.
That's good. Yeah. After Vanessa says even jokes, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Okay.
Or at the very end. It's up to you.
And then, but am I just introducing myself or what?
Yeah.
Just saying, hey, sometimes I'll cat in. What's a good cat pun? Who has good cat puns? Like what does a cat do? They would like drop pounce in. Yes, sometimes I'll pounce in and help out. That's weird. Is that weird?
You say I'm not a cat, weird. Kevin. That's what the line was.
I'm not a cat.
Yes.
Yeah, say I'm not a cat. I like that. Who's that, Kevin? Okay, good job. Good job, Kevin. So okay, all right. Sorry, we're gonna program manage this. Aisha's just gonna say, hi, my name is Aisha, and then you just say, you point, do the point thing, okay, like point, and then I'll say I'm Vanessa, and then I'll point, and then wait, it has to be this way though, this way, right?
I think Seth says no, it's not weird, it's funny, and maybe you should join us too, Seth. That way we could say every week because it's becoming hard.
Well, we can say every week because technically there's an AI show. Just one is Seth's AI show and one is more Aisha and Vanessa with a sprinkle of Cassie.
Mm-hmm. with a pounce of Cassie.
Okay, so Aisha, you'll say your name, then I'll say my name, then Cassie. I'm not a cat, Cassie. And then we just say somebody will say join us for the AI show. Cassie says join us for the AI show. Aisha, you say your thing. I will say with jokes, and then Cassie says catch us on Learn TV. How about that?
Oh my gosh, I have to write stuff down. Join us on the AI show. Cat us on Learn TV. Sorry.
Yeah, that's it.
And Seth, just join us because I sent you the link on Teams.
Oh my goodness!
Come and
peer pressure.
Yeah, exactly.
He might not have all his makeup on, everyone.
Yes,
like
that's
I
right.
don't know if we've ever seen Seth without his makeup.
I think he does. I think he has a bit of a contour going, like the cheekbones and everything. Like that can't be natural.
Yeah.
Okay. Join us on the AI show. That's what I'm saying, right?
Yes.
Okay.
You say, I'm Cassie. Join us on the AI show, and then check us out, Learn TV. But that's like It's intro. Join AI show. Aisha will talk about what we do. I will say we have jokes, and then you say learn TV. Does that
Okay.
make sense?
Yep, got it.
All right. I am.
I always have my makeup on. Juicy Seth. I always. So you're saying you woke up like that? Flawless. Okay.
All right. Recording now. If Seth comes, we'll record another one with him. Okay. 3, 2, 1. Hi, my name is Aisha Gül.
Hi, I'm Vanessa.
Hi, I'm Cassie.
Join us for. Wait, I'm so sorry. What happened?
You say hi, I'm Cassie. Join us for the AI show, Cassie. And then
that's me.
Yeah, that's you. Yeah.
Got it. I thought I had to wait till you said something about jokes before I said that.
No, I say jokes, and then your last line is check us out on Learn TV every Friday.
Got it. Okay.
Or every other Friday, whatever.
Okay.
Oh, we have.
I got it this time.
Robert says we had it there. You nailed it, but I don't know which one was it. You ladies.
Yes. To go back and respond.
Thanks, Robert. You're very nice, like keeping our spirits up. Thank you so much.
Like the positive reinforcement. Yay.
Yes. Well, we have one question. Maybe it was a long time ago, but Robert says getting them. I had an issue getting them going in VS Code opposed to the sandbox, but we'll get back to that soon.
Oh, are you talking about one of the Learn modules? Is that what? Interesting.
No, I think. Oops, I lost everything. All right, back. Let's do this. 3, 2, 1. Hi, my name is Aisha Gül.
Hi, I'm Vanessa.
And I'm Cassie. Join us on the AI show.
We will be building with cognitive services, integrating every one of them. We will have interviews and
even jokes.
So check us out on Learn TV.
Yay.
Yay!
I was cracking up. I couldn't stop laughing because of Ari.
You were supposed to say, I'm Cassie, not a cat.
Yes.
But what if sometimes I am a cat and then I would,
Yeah. Oh, Seth was here. I didn't see. Okay.
Hey, Seth.
What the heck is this show?
Oh, no.
You trusted us with your show, and this is what happened.
It's not my show. It's our show.
Yes.
Our show.
And this is your team. Isn't that nice? Everybody's here.
It's the team. The capital T-H-E. I feel like I need to have some background music on here. Here, let me turn some background music on.
Oh, yeah.
Hold on. Oh, it's not even working. Like, what the heck's wrong with my equipment today?
Oh, I'm glad it's not just me, because literally everything is broken. So it's like.
There you go. This is my onstage walking music. And I got to say stuff like, hello and welcome to this episode of The Good AI Show with Aisha Gül and Vanessa and Cassie.
The cat.
The cat.
That, music makes everything sound better.
Yes.
It does.
My goodness.
All right.
What have y'all been up to? I've been lurking in and out. What's going on? Tell me all the good things that y'all have been doing.
So Cassie was telling us all about the studio, AI Mouse Studio, Jupyter Notebooks. She was doing great, and she was about to get to the wine project, but Vanessa has to go, so we needed to record this thing.
What? But Vanessa's leaving us?
Yeah.
Only for a moment. Only for today. I'll be back.
And it's really going to fall apart. What the heck?
I know. She's our glue.
Well, let me do my sad strings here.
Oh.
You're leaving us? Is it working? Was I looking in the right direction?
Yes, you were. You see the pro here. Like we practiced high-fiving, but it was really hard. Pathetic, actually. Yeah, it's too far.
Yeah, I can't do that.
Wait, this way.
Other
Okay,
way,
ready?
Other way. Yeah, it's like this way.
Yeah.
Yeah, you see the pros here. Yeah, we need more.
We need to practice.
Exactly. Thank you.
They're like, this is literally hurting cats, and that's like mic drop level. Wait. I feel like I need to drop the mic.
Yeah.
Yeah. I did an air horn. Because, by the way, if you hear sounds above, they're fixing my bathroom. So it's not like I'm having intestinal issues. Like, are you hearing the? Hold on, I'm gonna get my mic to be more sensitive so you can hear it. They're like drilling upstairs. I don't want people to think like I have some weird stomach issue.
No, we don't hear it. But Robert says blue shirt deserves a recognition. Yeah, we do recognize him.
I'm actually luckily wearing my show shirt today.
Wait, are you
really?
gonna wear the same shirt next Friday then? Everyone should watch the show and see if he forgets and wears the same shirt.
I was in. If you don't know about Microsoft, there's a guy who's in charge of all of cloud. His name is Scott Guthrie, and he famously wears a red polo. And I spoke to him once about this, and he said it was just easy to just pick the same shirt when he did a show. And so, like, we did a goofy little video. I gotta find it. We can play it. Where he's literally like, he's getting ready for build, and he's like looking through his closet of red polo shirts to see which one he wants. He pulls out. I was like, oh, this one, and then he'd find that. It's so funny because if I only had this blue shirt, you know. If you ever watch any of the shows, I usually wear this shirt because it's my lucky shirt.
Oh.
Yeah, I haven't washed it since I bought it either.
Because that would wash the luck off, right? Like if you wash it, that's kind of the.
She gets me. Thank you.
Robert says regulars recognize the blue shirts. Yeah.
Oh, so I've worn this before. Like I only wear it on special days. So if I'm not wearing it, just consider yourself to be lucky to be watching a show on a not special day. That's right.
There's too many layers in that, Seth. Too many layers.
Cassie and I are extra. Cassie and Aishagul and I are extra goofy. I'll just tell you behind the scenes. We build a lot of demos that happen at build, and we spend like I didn't know I had 28 hours in a day to work on stuff. It's not right.
Yeah.
It's true.
So we just got past the hill, and so we're all like, "Yeah!" Woo!
Yes. I went to bed at 8 p.m. last night. Slept more than 10 hours, so my brain is still sleeping a little bit.
There was a weekend where I went to bed at 4 a.m. and then at 4:30 a.m. It was bad. Hold on. Let me. I was so tired. Cassie's getting messages from me like at 3:30. Hey, this is sucky.
And then I log in and look, and it's like last check-in 2 hours ago. Like when I wake up on like Saturday to check where things are at, and I'm like 2 hours. I'm like, was there a bug with GitHub like 2 hours ago? What time was it? 2 hours
ago.
Bug with
Seth for staying up so freaking late.
No.
And this is all for bringing you the coolest news for build. So check out build. Really, definitely sign up.
It was all worth it.
Yeah,
all worth it.
Totally.
Are you hearing the drill now? I'm trying to.
Yes.
At
the time.
I hear it. Yeah.
Are you sure it's not your stomach?
I don't want people to think like, dude, man, we know you're lactose intolerant. Stop with the milk, bro.
I feel like, what's going on down there?
A lot.
Well, because you pull up the microphone, it sounds like I have the stomach problem. Actually, it's exactly where my
What's going
stomach.
on down there?
Thanks, Seth.
Oh my!
Oh my. Okay.
All right, let's get Cassie to tell us something. Now,
Wait, I keep doing the wrong way.
Okay. Should we try to do one teaser video with everyone?
Oh,
let's do it.
Yeah.
Okay.
let's
Wait,
do it.
did my lines change? Seth,
Yeah.
how about you say check us out on Learn TV, and I'll say,
Microsoft
or no, you
developer,
say join us.
they're like, all we hear is your stomach, Seth. There's a grill in there too, actually. All right, sorry. Let's do the work. Let's do it.
Okay. All right. So, do we?
Give us the lines, Vanessa.
Yeah, I know.
So I'll go after Seth, who is over here, and you say join us on the AI show, Seth, and then I'll do the last part of check us out on Learn TV. Does that sound like a good plan?
Do you want me to put music behind it? Like,
Yes.
Yeah.
join us for the AI show. You missed the cue. Holy, hold on. Okay, even like.
Oh,
ding.
sorry.
Who's next? I was gonna get the next person to go on the ding. Oh my god. This is-
Oh, really? Oh, okay.
Who's next?
Oh, is it me? I go at, but that's after we introduce ourselves.
I don't know. Should I say I'm Seth? Does anyone care who I
Yeah.
am?
Well,
I'm
you
here.
start. Maybe you're the face of AR show.
No, we're the face of the AI show.
Yes. So introduce us. I mean.
Okay.
We'll point, and then we'll go. Okay, Seth,
Yes.
you start the music. You say, "Hi, I'm Seth, and I'm here with point Aishagul, point whatever. Aishagul, Vanessa, Cassie, so we can make a circle."
Got it.
And then what do we say? Join us every Friday. After Cassie says, "My name is Cassie, not a cat." I'm gonna get it in there. I think you should say that.
Okay, I will say it.
We
Or
can see
I'm gonna
the
pounce
version.
in.
Or
I might pounce in, but I'm not a cat. Okay.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, okay.
This is nigh on life.
Hairball.
But I'm having a good time. That's all that matters.
That's all that matters. This is our job. We're working here.
All right. So I say, my name is Seth Juarez.
And I'm joined by.
And I'm joined with, or I'm together here with.
I'm together here with. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Here we go.
yeah.
I'm going to turn it on. Are you ready?
Yep.
Okay.
Hey, my name is Seth Juarez, and I'm here with.
Aishagul.
And Vanessa.
Oh my gosh.
All right. Okay, we're the worst.
You got a point.
The point is the cue.
Okay.
Yeah, point the. Yeah, there you go. All right.
Showing my guns too.
Yeah.
You
Whoa.
please
Yeah.
recognize
Is that
that.
legal in the state of California?
Well,
Is that where you are? By the way, we're all in like random different places. I'm in Washington. The top area is in California, and
San Francisco, yeah.
And over here we have Minnesota. You betcha. Don't.
You betcha. Don't you know? Come over for some hot dish, but watch out for the deer.
You
We'll
betcha.
get ya.
Don't talk to your grandmother like that. I don't know why I know this. That was right. Okay, we're ready. We're ready. Sorry,
So Robert says no with end instead.
No what now?
With instead of saying with, say end. I should.
And okay, and even better. Yes.
And
Robert,
and then so Seth and I should go at Vanessa, and then I'll say, well, I'm not gonna do thumbs down. I'm gonna go like this.
And I'll just say, join us every week for exciting episodes of the AI show where we learn all about technology, AI, and we have a little bit of fun.
Yeah,
but not too much.
But yeah, you can add at the end, but not too much. It's a family show. Family show. Robert. By the way, thanks for
We keep it perfect.
Honorary producer Robert, thank you for.
You might get a credit. We don't know. Actually, not
maybe.
promised at all.
Oh, are we ready?
Robert said no.
All right, here we go. Here we go. Let's get started. I'll get ready with the button. Hello, my name is Seth Juarez, and
Aisha, good.
Vanessa.
And cat, not a cat.
that is fantastic. We're all here to provide you wondrous hours of entertainment in a show called The AI Show, where we bring you the technology, the excitement, and really just the joy of what it means to be a developer with AI. Hopefully you'll join us every week on Learn TV, YouTube, or your favorite streaming platform. That was so good. Man, I want to watch the show now.
I want you to know that was for you, Vanessa, the not a cat. That was all for you. And
Man.
people are gonna watch that and be like, why is there a girl wearing cat ears proclaiming she's not a cat? And then they're gonna tune in to find out, right?
Yeah, I hope so.
Yeah. You're bringing those next million developers. Cassie, not a cat.
Hold on, we got to ask Vanessa if that was okay. She's the arbiter of all our work.
We need to do another one.
Was that okay?
Do another one?
Do another one, yeah.
All right.
Okay,
All right.
okay, do another
I'll be more
like this way.
I'll start the music loud, and then I got to put it down.
Okay, and then just everyone keep looking straight, right? So Cassie, you look down a bit, so make sure just to keep looking straight. Yeah, you can do that, Seth. And do this one just Cassie, so that you don't have to be a cat all the time. Okay.
No.
All right, ready?
Yep.
You were saying, Cassie, you were going to say something?
My battery's about to die, which is awesome. I just saw it blinking at me. So let's hope we get it out.
Here we go.
Okay.
Oh, we got to get clean. We got to get a clean looking. People don't know this, but when you're editing this crap, you got to cut from a clean cut. And if someone's like the blurring, it looks weird. Just saying. All right, here we go.
I usually do this for
this
for the audio. Yeah, you can.
Yeah,
like
I do that too.
I do too.
It's nice.
All right, you ready?
Yes.
Hello there. My name is Seth Juarez, and
I'm Aisha. Good. And
I'm Vanessa.
And I'm Cassie.
And we're excited to bring you every week the AI Show, a place where you can come and learn all about AI, hang out with us, and do cool technology. It's pretty cool.
And fun.
Watch us every week on Learn TV or YouTube or your favorite streaming platform. So good.
High five.
That was great. Oh, high five. Bottom five.
I like that it's raising the roof when I do that too.
Oh, raising the roof.
High five, raise the roof.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, again, so sorry for the loopiness from at least us three, right? Because we've been working really hard the last 2 weeks. Getting some, and by the way, go to Build, Microsoft Build, register today. If you go to do Google with Bing, MS Build, you'll find it. You can register, and we're excited that you're going to come.
Is there anything specific that you are going to do for builds? Can you give us some,
I know that iShiggle has a cool demo that you're not going to want to miss. Cassie also has a really fantastic demo. I get to host day 2 of Build in the morning. We're doing some cool programming that I'm not sure I'm allowed to talk about quite yet, but I'm pretty excited. I know I'm hosting with Donna. So she will look at me in disapproving ways multiple times. I'm pretty excited about that. I have a little notch on my belt. Every time I get a disapproving Donna look, I just go. Pretty excited about that.
Oh, that's awesome.
That's pretty entertaining.
Yeah. And so, Vanessa, what is this important meeting you have to leave us for? I'm trying to understand. You have a meeting with the Queen or something?
No. I'm getting on a plane. I'm getting on a plane tonight. Flying across my wonderful country to Florida.
Oh, another wonderful part of our country.
Yeah, I have family there, so I'm gonna spend the weekend with my family.
That's awesome.
Round of applause.
Can you get the stale cookie and eat it for me? That you get? Do they give you the stale cookie on the airplanes anymore? Is that
the Biscoff cookie?
yeah, whatever it is? The one that I always hoard, and I open my backpack and I find one. I haven't found one in many months.
Oh,
I
no.
love those cookies. Little known fact, those cookies are vegan, and if you are lactose intolerant, you can eat those cookies. The
I didn't
Biscoff
know
cookies.
cookies
know that.
had a food preference. Hi, I'm a Biscoff. I'm a pescatarian. Hold on. Those are crickets if you can't hear it. These are the jokes.
I needed training just for this, like how to use the voice effects.
Yeah, it's basically, I'll give you the training.
Oh, yeah.
Training done.
Yeah, but you have some fancier tech making that work. That makes the sound effect, but getting the system audio through is hard.
You can't fool a bunch of technologists, people. They're just like, no, it's not a button. And you're right. It's not just a button. It's a button hooked up to something. Yeah, you can't fool tech people, at least not well. So, all right, friends. Well, I've intruded on your show enough. Thank you so much for letting me intrude.
Well, thank you
Thanks for hanging out.
Just jump in anytime with your voice effects.
Yeah. Show up, Seth, but don't show your face. Just push the buttons when we tell you to. I can totally do that. No problem. I'll be the best button pusher ever.
Some technician Seth Juarez. No, we want to see you with your lucky shirt. That's for sure. But
That's
don't
right.
come without the lucky shirt because.
Well, I mean, if I'm not wearing a lucky shirt, you're not going to get a good performance. That's just Vanessa's been there when I'm not wearing a lucky shirt, and she's had to pull me aside and been like, I need you to step it up, Seth.
We've talked about this, Seth.
And I know you're having a sad face.
Oh.
All right, ladies.
You're awesome.
Y'all
Thank
are
you
the
so
best.
much.
We'll see you soon.
Thank you for coming.
Bye.
Bye.
Vanessa, feel free to leave if you are missing your flight, and we'll continue with Cassie.
I'm gonna also say goodbye, everyone, just for today. I will be back. Cassie, you're awesome. This has been so great. Thanks for showing us some really cool stuff, and I'll catch the rest of the show and see what else that you talked about that I missed. But yeah, this is awesome, and love you both, and I'll talk to you later.
Yeah, thank you. Fun hanging out. Bye. Feels like that was like the AI show party. Is this like the after party?
I know. Yeah. How are we going to go back to where we were? I don't know about that.
I know. After all of this fun, we can go back to it. We'll still have fun.
Yeah.
We can be fun too.
Yes.
Maybe Seth and Vanessa are the fun ones in the group, but I mean, we can like try to be as cool as them, right?
Yes. Kevin says bye, Vanessa. Safe travels too. Yeah. Thank you, Kevin. And Robert says sleepy is equal to funny in my opinion. Yes. Well, we got that every Friday for you. All right. Do you remember, everybody? Do we remember where we left off?
Yeah. Let me share my screen again here. Sorry, my head's gonna be a little cut off. I switched to my laptop cam because everything's just breaking today.
Yeah.
So
there are cat ears there. We know that now.
Yep. No, you know that they're there. You don't need to see them to know that they're there, right? All right. I will share my screen again. I did reinstall.
Kevin says let's classify some words. Thank you, Kevin, for reminding where we were. Yeah, go ahead, Kevin.
And since I'm a cat, I'll try not to eat any of them. But no, I'm just kidding. That was weird. Sorry.
Tragic.
I'm the kind of cat that's friends with birds. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Share screen. We're gonna do this one, and then let's open this up. So I don't want to join. Okay, so let's see if my notebook wants to open now.
Yeah, can you make this a little bit bigger?
Yeah. Well,
Thank you.
it looks like it's still not opening. I want to know. Maybe I should go back to stable. But there's so many things that I like to use now, like the outline and stuff that I can't use in stable.
Is outline not in stable?
Is it? All
I
right,
think so. It's an old feature, I think.
let's try stable. Let's see if that one wants to open. Oh, I also opened up a Jupyter Notebook instance here. So I have a local Jupyter Notebook. I think we kind of had a question. Did we have a question around how to use Jupyter Notebooks and like kind of like what they are? I think it was.
Yeah,
Isn't that why I was opening up a local
You
one?
were explaining that, and actually, can you use zoom in there and maybe just give a shorter version to start?
Yeah. So this is my wine one too, right? Yeah, this is good. Although he said birds. I have the birds one too. Anyways, okay, so Jupyter Notebooks. These are a good place to do experimenting and build different machine learning models. And I have opened one up locally here. So I'm using, this is a Windows Terminal. And I've actually set up an Anaconda terminal within my Windows Terminal, which is awesome. So instead of having to go over here and open up Anaconda, and if you're not familiar with Anaconda, it's just a Python package manager that's really popular for data science and helps you manage, environment manager. So I have lots of different environments, which you can see I printed out some of the different ones based on what I'm working on. And so then I activated my wine environment. And then I opened up that notebook by calling the Jupyter Notebook command. So that's kind of how we got to here. And then to run different cells, you just do Shift Enter. And so I'd Shift Enter, and that's going to import my different packages. And so this is a data set that I got off Kaggle, which if you have not used this, I think this is the site. There are lots of good data sets here. So if you're new to machine learning and you just want to go play around and see what's happening, you can go in here. People even post like code stuff too.
And the purpose of Kaggle was also a competition, right? There are competitions all the time for beginners or anybody else. So you have data sets, and then sometimes they say like, hey, can you classify this bird, for example?
Yes, exactly.
And then you join. And there are prizes too.
Yeah, there's like some big prize. There's like cash prizes for some of them because some of them are really complex models, and the data sets even are data sets that companies aren't making public, but they'll make it public to the people that are doing the competition. Like they'll get a private data set, and then so it's a good place, especially if you need a goal. Like I think some of the best ways to learn is to start a goal or have a goal. So that is another way to do that. So here I'm just grabbing the CSV that I have, and I'm reading it into a data frame, and this is a pandas data frame. So if you're not familiar with pandas or data frames, it's really common in data science for working with tabular data. And it's like I always draw parallels to C# since I have a C# background of like a data table in C#. This is a data table essentially. So I can print out the rows here, and then I can take a look. Now, I really wish, like I love my tools in VS Code that make it easy. So I'm going to try to open this up one more time. Now my regular one won't even open. Look at that.
Robert says you need PyTorch, right?
So this one is actually a scikit-learn model. So there's the three like kind of most popular ones are scikit-learn, PyTorch, and TensorFlow. So PyTorch and TensorFlow are both deep learning models. This one is actually a classical machine learning model. And so it's a bit simpler, and it's one that I built to actually intro how NLP works. If I go to my dev.to,
NLP
I wrote
is natural language processing. I like to say it out loud.
Yeah, no, that's a really good point, and too frequently we forget to do that. So I did this blog, and that's what this is from, and it was basically what's like a really kind of like entry level way to like think about how natural language processing even works. Like how does a computer understand what you're saying? And so this is what's considered a bag of words. Now you can do this with PyTorch as well. Like you can do a deep learning model. In fact, the deep learning models are going to be better in the way that you can do a lot more complex tasks. So you can build this multiple different ways. This particular one, I was just using scikit-learn because there's a way that I think they do a really cool way of explaining how words turn into numbers so computers can understand. And so that's basically what this one is kind of to show. So if I go down a little bit, I can show you I have some graphics in here. Actually, these might be in my notebook too. Let's see.
Robert was actually saying you need Anaconda for PyTorch was what he meant.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You can pip install PyTorch too, can't you? I guess I just always use Conda, so I'd never
Okay. Go ahead.
occurred
Sorry.
to me. Because pip is another. So if you're thinking about environment management for doing machine learning models, you can do Conda environments, and then but you can also just do Python has their own environments as well. But you can also pip install into a Conda environment. So, anyways, we'll keep going. So this is just different ways to kind of visualize the data and see here's the wine reviewers and here's the points. And so I was kind of curious if some wine reviewers were more likely to give higher points than maybe others. And then oh yeah, go ahead.
The color coding is nothing to do with the value. It's just to show difference, right?
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Good question. And then I have this word cloud, and this is your cheat sheet to make yourself sound like a wine sommelier. And if you don't know sommeliers, they're ones that know everything about wine. They can taste one and be like, oh, this is from 1998 in France, and they'll just go into insane detail. So basically, these are these are the most common words that are found in this data set. So they're things that you can use to explain wine. Yeah, would be a good way to do it. So, and if we take a look at the head of the data set, you can see there's a lot more you could do with this data set that I did. They have the country of origin, they have the description. So we're using the description to predict. And then we have the points and the price. And then the variety is over here. There it is. So there's the variety. And then I did it in a way where I created groupings. So I made it a categorical thing rather than doing a regression and trying to do the specific number value. I decided to just do groups. So if it's to bad, okay, good, great, based on the points. And so there I'm just doing some. Actually, I should be running these, huh? It wasn't running themselves, but yeah. And then I kind of just looking at
go slower and run, please.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let me
for those
go.
of us who are not familiar with what's going on in here.
Okay, so let me make sure I ran this one. That's the other thing. If I was using VS Code, I could look and see how far I had got. It still doesn't want to open.
So sad.
I know. I use this all the time too. The fact that it's not opening is just I think it's my computer, honestly. I've just had so many issues today. Okay, so we loaded our data set. We can visualize it here. I'm using Seaborn, which is one graphing library. There are a lot of different ones. There's Express Plotly. There is Matplotlib, which is another popular one. But visualizing and understanding your data is a really important part of machine learning. You need to understand how the data is across different classes, missing values. You need to clean out missing values or fill them or different ways. So there's a lot of data prep and processing before you actually go into doing the machine learning part. So actually a lot more machine learning is the data preparation than actually building the model. I don't need to run these to get it to go or that. So let's go back down to here. A data frame. We'll create my calculated columns. I'm just shift entering. And so this is really cool. I'm applying this function to all of the this column of the data frame and creating a new column. That's what's happening here. And then we are printing out that value, taking a look at how it's distributed. This is a bit unbalanced, but it's fine. It's still pretty good. So the problem with unbalanced data is that then sometimes it's going to overly predict the more probable one than some of the other ones. So to make this better, I actually probably should rebalance this data.
Oh, I see. So you would give same amount of good, great, and okay, bad reviews to.
Right. So we could.
What are we predicting what are we predicting here for wines?
So this is based on the points. So quality, I shortened to, or the points I said quality. I maybe should have just called it points since it's the points, but I thought since the points value is a number value and I was changing it to like a categorical value of like bad, okay, good, great, I switched it to a quality. So then I'm actually creating a new column based on the points and calling it quality.
No, my question is like, so we have the wine reviews, right? And we are trying to guess what, giving it the test data at the end.
Yeah, actually, I will show you how it works. So this is the end result. This is a site anybody can go to. Yeah, I threw it into a Vue app, and essentially I made it into a game. And the game is see how well you can explain it like a sommelier. So you would put in, like when you have a wine, you would put in like the tasting notes, and then you'd hit submit. And so if you don't put anything in, it actually just submits this default one. And then what it does is it actually has 3 different models to predict price, points, and variety, and then it returns back those results. And then I gave it a wine bottle rating. So like 1 being like the worst and then 5 being the best. And the idea being that the better the description, the better the result. So this is in fact a rosé, and it's an 81 to 91.9, and it's probably under $20.
Okay, so it's guessing the type of it too, and then the value. Like the
exactly.
Points. Awesome. This is cool.
Yeah. So this is the end result of this model. That's like what we're overall trying to do. Yeah, it's kind of fun, right? So let's go back to this. And so the way that I did that is by creating those buckets. And then the way that I actually do the rating is I look at what the percentage is that comes back. And then I take that and then equate it to a wine bottle rating, because I felt like the percentages weren't really as fun. Like you're like, oh, I got 45%, or you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I thought the wine bottle like rating was a little bit more fun than actually displaying percentages there. And so then we have our price range again, just applying that to my price column and creating a new column. Taking a look at the sizes of those.
Robert apparently saw your game before, and he says, I did not know you were the one who made this. I did this course in Microsoft Learn. Wow, yay.
That is so cool.
Yeah, let's find the Learn module link and paste it here too.
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks. Glad you played with it. That's awesome. So the Somm Wine Game one is not a Learn module. The bird classification is.
Yeah,
so
that's true.
Yeah. So, but it is. Well, no, I guess that one's not natural language processing. That's a computer vision. I don't know if I have any natural language processing modules, to be honest. That'd be a fun addition. I think scikit-learn is a really good one to start out with, because I feel like it's less scary than to start out than deep learning, because you're like, what is an epoch? Like you don't have to think about that. You don't have to think about the learning rate. There's a lot of things that come into like when you have to think about the hyperparameters that go into deep learning, and then the length of time it takes to train. Like I feel like experimenting and trying out with scikit-learn is a really good place to start too. And so the reason I like using scikit-learn to explain NLP is because, this type of NLP, which is a bag of words, there's actually different ways to do natural language processing. But this is a bag of word style, which is uses account vectorizer in scikit-learn. And it takes in that full text, and I give it different parameters. And based on those parameters, it creates basically a dictionary of terms that equate to a number, and then that number is what comes out as how the sentence is represented. So for example, here we have a sentence like the red dog. There is one red and one dog, and so this sentence is represented like this. Yeah, so that's kind of how it's thinking. Now if there was like the dog was listed twice, this would be a 2. And so it's the amount of occurrences of a word within a sentence. And then those have IDs associated to them through a dictionary. And that's how it creates the word embedding for this type of model or a bag of words, which is kind of.
Robert says maybe there's a Jupyter Notebook, maybe, not the Learn module.
Yes.
Yeah?
Yeah. So I've actually, this is based on this blog post that I did. And then this has, in my blog, my GitHub, I have this all in there as well.
Okay, so I'll find that link and share.
Yes, and so then, and also it's at the bottom here of this Somm Wine Game. It is like there's actually another blog about how I deployed them, and then there's how the models were created here. But yeah, the GitHub, my GitHub is the where all this code lives, and it's all public. You can go look at it.
All right.
Yes. So there's other processing that we do to our words before, we do this tokenization. We look at the main words. So like, how you can have running, ran, and run? We can do lemmatization and simplify those all to one word, since run can, in this context, be all considered the same. Or like if it's fruit, fruity, and fruitiness or something like that, those could all just be considered fruit. And that's going to simplify my text. And then there's other ways to break up the sentence too. So there's n-grams. So the way that this is explaining it is like each word is individual. We can also break up a sentence with different size grams. So like 2. So then this would be tokenized together versus just this and is. Another thing that we do is we look at the stop words. So in some cases, you don't want or the or some things like that are English stop words, and you might want to remove those because they might not actually add value in this style of model to the overall result. And then what it does is it takes in all of these ideas and it creates a dictionary of terms for me. So here I'm taking the count vectorizer, I'm doing it to lowercase English, and I'm saying max features of 5. So I'm saying I want the most words in this to be 5, which obviously will not create a very good model. But the way that I'm going to do that is so you can see how it actually takes in the description of the text and then turns it in to words. And so if we call this on the description and we get our vectorizer, so these were the 5 most common words that were in this dictionary. So this would be, and so what this means is that only these 5 words are going to be accounted for. Everything else is going to be ignored. So again, that would not make a good model, but it is really interesting to then take a look at how the sentence is turned into numbers. So that's that representation of that sentence. And this is the sentence here. So you can see how this would turn into this, and then this is what gets put into the machine learning model. You can print out the vocabulary. So as I was saying, that this dictionary of terms, so this, like aromas, is assigned to the number 0, fruit 2, palate 3. And then when I vectorize my text, we can see that aromas is there, which is 1. We go back up here. Yeah, there's aromas, right? And that 2 fruit and 3 palate. So this is how this would be sent in to my machine learning model. So I just think it's really, I like this one, even though it's like a really, really simple example. I feel like it connects the dots of like, how does a computer understand words? So if we were to do a better one, this one has 1,000 features. We'll send in the description. It's going to take a little bit longer. But now it's going to do all those same things. So I didn't pass in all the parameters. So there's a lot of defaults in this. And honestly, scikit-learn documentation is, I think it's pretty good. Like you can come in here and you can see, like, I don't know. I feel like I can go and find what I need to find in their documentation, which I like. So for like lowercase is defaulted to true. So I didn't actually have to send that. So you can see all the defaults that are there. And then I can also change, see what I can change, like max frequency or max features. And the vocabulary, you can send in your own static vocabulary. So maybe you don't want the vectorizer to decide all of the words that go in it. You might want to actually statically define them, or you might want to add some into what they define, or something like that. So you can really get kind of creative on how you do that. All right, so that ran. We're setting our label. Oh, got to set our features. And then we will train the model. Nope, sorry, training the models down here. Here we're splitting it. It's one step ahead there. So we're having our features and our label. So our label is what we're, again, trying to predict. And then our features are that text that's been vectorized. And then I'm going to go ahead and just do a logistic regression, which is this model. You can take a look and see what's set for you. I mean, you can change some of the parameters, but you don't necessarily have to. So you could even just say, logistic regression and go. So it's going to take a minute. But yeah, any questions on that stuff so far? Anybody? No? See if my VS Code wants to open yet. This is my computer today. If I just keep clicking it, maybe it'll come back to me. All right, let's go back to our notebook. Looks like it's still running. So in Jupyter Notebooks, this means that the thing is running. Now, I have not run this in a while. It looks like we may have some issues. We'll see. This is not the best score. But anywho, I think I have a bug in this code now. I wonder if it changed. Reach third limit of iterations. Okay. Let me pull up that Learn module too while that runs. We can look at that here. So let's see. If I look up like Microsoft Learn birds.
Cassie, can you hear me?
Oh, now I can hear you.
Okay. Huh.
Did you get cut out there?
Yeah, for a while.
Okay. I was talking and I'm like, she's really not saying anything, but I can't see you because I only have one screen because everything's broken.
Oh, I see. That makes sense. Okay. Because I was talking and you wasn't sure
I couldn't hear you.
it was you or not. And
Yeah,
Robert says you were explaining it very well. Thanks,
good. Thank you. So this is the Learn module. This one is for the classify birds, and this is using our cognitive service custom vision, which is awesome. If you haven't used it, it's a really great tool.
Cassie, also Kevin says, mad props for using Insiders Live. Always fun to see what changed nightly. Yeah.
Yes.
Do you use it too, Kevin? I'm just curious if he uses too.
Yeah, me too.
Go ahead. And you were.
Well, I know, and I just really wish it would work because it's so neat that I have like I can do all of this in AML. And it's I thought it was going to open for a minute. I got really excited. Oh, you know what? I wonder if I'm missing an extension because I had to reinstall. I bet I am. Oh my gosh. So when you reinstall, I don't think your extensions come, do they?
You know what? This is actually...
No, this did. That is my extension. It is there. Okay, it's not my extension. I thought maybe that was it. But I thought like when you uninstalled and reinstalled, like it took your default like configuration, your VS Code, because I only uninstalled Insiders.
Unless you have auto sync of your settings. Cassie, can you hear me?
Oh, hello, am I out of sync? Yeah, maybe. Wait, is that the right one? Oops, that's not the right one. See, I have Jupyter. It's right there. Okay. Nope, I have all my stuff. I had like a mini panic there. Like, oh no, I don't want that one. I want this one, which I have. So yeah, no, I have the right extensions. That should be good there. You're cutting out again. Are you talking and I can't hear you?
Can you hear me?
Now I can hear you.
Oh. Can you hear me? Yes? No?
Now kind of, you're cutting in and out.
Okay. Just canceling the matrix for a second. Can you hear now?
Yeah, now I can hear you.
Okay, great. Thank you. That's it. Kevin says, yeah. I do, yes. Love the new features that are available in notebooks on the Insider branch. Oh, and I was telling you actually that, hello, where are you? Hi, okay.
What?
I was just telling you if you have the sync for your settings for VS Code, then it might. Yeah. Otherwise it won't.
But it looks like it did have it. So I just thought maybe because I uninstalled and reinstalled, but I think I do have sync for settings set up. So I think that how do you set that up though? Like, is it automatic or is it something you have to actually physically do?
All the settings that you could do, usually like if you go click on your profile thing on the left side or the setting, I think it's the profile thing, down there. Yes. And then you see, okay.
Yeah, so it is on. Okay. Which would make sense because I'm like, I don't remember ever having to go reinstall things. But then I thought, well, maybe that's why it's not working. But I really think it's probably like my computer and not Jupyter Notebooks because that's just the way it's been going. Although I'm really curious why like this one won't open, which is again because it's probably my computer. But anyway, so here is the learning module if you want to learn how to do it with custom vision. There is the other cool thing that I did with this is there's a Jupyter Notebooks experience with it where you can code and automate like uploading all the images. I'm trying to find it here.
Huh.
Unless it was they removed it. No. Okay, so yeah, here's what the data set actually looks like. These are the birds. So here, down at the bottom, it's actually so with computer vision, you have to go through and like upload all and tag all the images. And since I'm lazy, I didn't really want to do that. And so I used the custom vision SDK and then I put this
so funny.
And so I like because there's a lot of images and there's like a lot of classes and I don't want to go through and like click upload and wait and click upload and wait. Like the computer vision works great and you don't actually need that many of images, but I had a lot, so I'm like I might as well upload them all. So essentially I did a notebook and then I used the SDK to both it actually will create my project too. And then I use the name of the folder for the tag. So in the birds data set, every folder name is actually the label of the bird, which is really common like in computer vision is the like when you load a data set in PyTorch, it's the like if you use their custom data loader or data set, you've used their data set. It's like the same thing. So and then I just batch through and create the tag and then batch upload all the images.
That's awesome.
You don't have to do it. Yeah, and you can just basically run it, and it creates your project, uploads your images, and it trains. I thought I had a train in here too. Oh, in the train, I think in the next one, there's a train too. So you can use computer vision in notebooks and create your endpoint and do all of that from there as well, which I just think is so neat. And you don't have to do Python. They have the SDKs like in C# or JavaScript or whatever your preferred language is.
Wow, that's amazing. I didn't know they have JavaScript actually.
Yeah, I think, I don't know if I have a link to the documentation on it, but we could look at it.
And Robert pasted the Learn module, thank you. And he said, I raised my active desktop and lost a bunch of things for VS Code. So that might be your issue too.
Did what to the active desktop?
He erased his active desktop and that's why he was having the issue. So you might be having similar things. Well, this is a real developer experience, actually.
It is.
You always have to debug stuff, unfortunately.
Yeah, but like my computer's extra special today because it like blue screened and like it won't connect to my preamp, so I can't use my normal like mic and speakers and stuff. So I really think that this computer is on the way out. I think, and I just re-imaged it not that long ago because I was having issues, and then I think it's ready for another re-image, or I'm just ready for a new computer.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So I was looking for where are the languages in here? Is it
you were on. Oh, I see. You were saying custom vision. Oh, okay. Yeah. There is.
Yeah, I wanted to look at
that.
Oh, here, SDK or REST API. Let's see. Yeah, so it has all of these. It even has Go, Java, JavaScript, and Python. So you can go in here and you can do all of the same things that I do in that Learn module in Python in your preferred language.
Awesome.
So, super nice. Okay, wait. Let's go back to our model. It looks like it's done. So you can see that it's no longer has the little thinking. Let's see if it worked. So we got some errors. Oh, same accuracy. Cool. So then if we look at one of our items here. So when I'm just grabbing this first column or item in the description and then vectorizing that so that we can pass it into our model and get back the classes and the probability. And then I'm saving that to a result DF, data frame. And then we can see that the result that it was okay, and that it in fact predicted okay with 72-ish%, 73. Guess we should round that up, huh? So that's how this one works, and it's like a really good, like just completely new, if you're completely new to natural language processing. And then from here, you can go to pytorch.org if you want to start looking at the natural language processing for deep learning, and go to their tutorials.
And you worked on that too, right?
Yeah, so I am one of the authors of the Learn the Basics tutorial. This one is a computer vision one. Yeah, this I really love. I mean, I should say it is a great tutorial. There was 5 of us that we all co-wrote it together and worked on it together. And the cool thing about this and the way that it works is that the quick start is basically, if I already understand deep learning and I just want to see how to do it with PyTorch, I can come in here and I get really quick copy paste examples for like, how do I load a data set? And so we're using the fashion MNIST data set, which is different clothing items and then images in black and white. And then we are classifying it with a CNN or a convolutional neural network. So then you go in here. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
What are you getting from the dresses? What is the goal?
To classify an image, if it's like a shoe or a coat. I can't remember all the classes off the top of my head. I could go look at.
No. I was just curious.
Yeah, so it's an open data set, and it's actually built into PyTorch. So the cool thing about that is you can just like grab datasets.fashion MNIST. You don't have to go, and it'll download it for you, and it'll convert it to tensor. Yes.
Thank you. Okay.
Yes. So you can just use datasets.fashion MNIST, and there are different ones. So there's text datasets as well that are built in, and there is, so if you want to do the tutorial on the text one, that's a different one than the Learn the Basics. The Learn the Basics is really like, what is a tensor? You know, that kind of stuff. Like the quick starts you already know, but if you don't know what a tensor is, this is a really like explicit, detailed way to start to understand what tensors are and why they're important for machine learning. And then like, how do I create a data set and a data loader? Because you need to get your data loaded in order to run machine learning. And like, how do I transform, and what are the different transforms that are available, which is just, you know, manipulating your data to run a training and that kind of stuff. So that's this one. But if we go back, so that if you're brand new to machine learning, I would go to that one. If you want to see how to do natural language processing with PyTorch, sorry, I'm going to scroll up for a minute because I believe, so they have different other tutorials here that are more, I think most of them are more of I haven't gone through them all, so I can't say for sure, but I think most of them are considered to be for if you already know a little bit about machine learning and you want to understand like how to build with PyTorch, like a specific type of model with PyTorch.
That's really cool.
There was like a news. Oh, here's a text classification. So this would be probably something pretty similar to what we just did, but they're using the AG News dataset, which is one of their built-in datasets. So you can just run this, like you can grab it and do it. You can see how they're creating their vocabulary, their dataset, defining their model. So this is a deep learning one now. So this is a neural network for text classification. So we just did classical machine learning with a logistic regression and scikit-learn. This would be a good probably next step to do deep learning, and then it's classifying whether it's world, sports, business, or science types of news based on the text of the article. I think it's just like,
Kevin is asking, is there a PyTorch Lightning tutorial in the works?
A PyTorch what?
Lightning? I'm not sure what that is.
Yes, Lightning. Oh my gosh, Lightning is so cool. A story in the works, or like a tutorial, or what was exactly around it?
The tutorial. Yeah.
Yeah. Yes. So I would really like to do that. It's on like kind of the docket of adding in to what we're currently doing. PyTorch Lightning is a really cool way. And basically what it is is it's a way to like optimize and basically just make your code better. And I'm not going to explain this well, so let's just go to PyTorch Lightning. But like basically takes all kind of like the little things like moving it to device or to like to GPU or whatever, and like it makes it a lot cleaner. And then it takes a lot of like the like, I don't want to say like annoying, but like the kind of like meticulous things that you have to do each time that are just like repetitive, and obfuscates them so you can focus on just building the model. Is kind of like how I understand it. See if they have any good examples on here. Have you played with PyTorch Lightning?
Me, no. No.
Who asked the question?
Kevin.
Kevin, I'm curious if you have, or if that's something you're interested in learning more about. That's cool. So there's just so many features. Like it's more than what I just said it is. Like I need to go in here and start looking at it. So less time engineering. It's fully flexible. I won't just read it, but performance. Oh, there's a profiler. So to help with understanding where bottlenecks might be and where like you could make your model perform more efficiently with the hardware that you're using. So that's pretty cool. Checkpointing, distributed trainings. Okay, so that can be really hard. If you have a huge data set and you have to do distributed trainings, they have built-in features to basically handle that distribution for you, which is a pain. And there's a lot of different libraries that you can use. So they've basically just made it so you can just say, like, run distributed, from my understanding. Again, I haven't tried that one out, but I've seen like a demo of it before.
Kevin says, abstract away the boring is the best way I have heard it done. So he said he's done a few models in the site and it seems really cool.
Yeah. Oh, they have a tutorials. Oh, look at, they have video tutorials. This is a nice site. I haven't actually like went in here. We can peruse it and see what's in here together.
That's awesome. We have 9 minutes left. Just giving you the rundown.
Cool. Well, I think we finished the wine model. I don't know if there's anything else we want to talk about on that one. We looked at the natural language processing stuff in the PyTorch site. We spent some time looking at AML. We got to look at Designer. We went over a lot of different stuff.
Yes, we did. Thank you. So, okay, what do you do here in the Designer? You have the same thing here as well, right? No? The wine? The
wine one, I thought so I did at one point. I don't know if I still have it.
Okay.
I don't, but it is, so there should be, let's see if they have a natural language processing one here, but you most certainly can. Oh, text classification. I bet this is a good one. So basically what you can do if you don't know what you're doing, I don't want to select a compute instance right now. You come in here, you select one of these and it gives you this template. And so this is a built-in data set that we have. It's going to pre-process your text.
A little bit?
Yes. Let me. Is that better? Thanks for keep reminding me to do that. I appreciate it. Like because I feel like I forget that and I start talking and then like 5 minutes later feels like we can't see anything. Like, right.
I'm gonna remind you before to change your whole DPI before we start next time.
Oh yeah, and I usually do that, but like, when things just aren't working and I was a bit like, what's called discombobulated. I think that's the right word. I was a bit discombobulated. Okay. So then we have our pre-processing of our text. And so like if we want to do we have all these ways that all of those things we just saw are just, I just select. Do I want to remove numbers? Do I want to normalize? Do I want to use lemmatization? Do I want to remove special character? Like it's all just right there for you.
Yeah.
And then
what is that?
Yeah. Lemmatization was that simplification of the word from like fruitiness or fruit tea. You could simplify that all to fruit.
Oh, that's nice. It does it all for you. Awesome.
Yes. So that's like what I was showing you with the count vectorizer and all those different things we have to do. Like here, you just say yes or no. You don't have to really do anything, and you load in your data set. And like we're using a pre-built one, but you can import a tabular data set. Like I love this tool. And then you can split the data, right? So here I'm just saying, okay, I'm doing a 50-50 split. You can see the n-gram tokenization. And this one's actually comparing 2 different ones. So it's doing a multi-class logistical regression. And isn't there? Oh, I see what it's doing. Okay, so we have the n-grams or feature hashing, which I don't think I've ever done it with feature hashing. But yeah, so it's trying the text a couple different ways, and then it's saying either way I want you to do a multi-class logistic regression, and then it's training the model, and then it's scoring it on that unseen data. So the way that this connects, like if you follow it, we're selecting which column. So if you want to like remove, so this is excluding these columns. We don't want the pre-processed text column to go in.
Mhm.
And then it's training it based on this model's parameters. And then it's going into the score. And what the score is doing is looking at that other. So when we split the data set out, it's looking at the other data set and testing it on unseen data. And then they're both going to come into the evaluate and give us a result. Now, this one hasn't been run, so I can't actually like visualize the steps without running it. I'm not sure how long it takes. I guess we could try if I can select a compute.
So this is awesome. If you are not sure how to do it, how to use it too, you can just look at the predefined ones and then learn how to use it as well.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And you can even like just put in your own data set here. Like this is a legit way to build the model. Like it's not even just for learning. It's also, you could build your machine learning model here without much work. Like I can just delete this out, put in my own data set. Of course, I'm going to have to change, decide which model works better for my text. And then when I publish it, so it's all like one click publish too. Like you click publish and then you click train and then you click deploy and then you get an endpoint.
That's awesome.
And that's it. Yeah. So like the way that I think it fits in to kind of just do big picture, because we've talked about cognitive services, we've talked about building our own models, we've talked about cloud compute, we've talked about designer. The way that I think about it, because a lot of a common question from that is like, which one do I use? Like, which one should I do now that I have all these different ways to build the model? What way should I do? And I think it really is in tech, it depends, that answer. The way I think about it is first I would go to cognitive services. And if I have a pre-built model that is going to do what I need, like why would I spend the time and money and effort and compute on building it myself? Finding the data, cleaning it, all of that. Like use a cognitive service.
And testing it too, right? I mean,
maintaining it.
Exactly. There's just so much. Maintaining the API endpoints too. One other thing I'm going to add to that actually is I would go try Power Apps first. If it's available with the cognitive services, something like that, it's really easy and really fast to be able to, create and test your application first, because, you don't know how you are going to use it, how your users are going to use it. You can turn it into an app really fast.
Yes, and I have a blog on actually how to use Form Recognizer with that in the tech community. I think it's this one here. So if you need to like an example of how to use like Form Recognizer or cognitive service, because this is just one way with Power Automate. This is a blog that will do that. So we'll share this with you. But then, so to kind of go back when you're thinking through it, sometimes there's problems that cognitive services maybe doesn't, like you have something that's too customized for what you're doing. And it's not going to solve it. Like that happens. So then when that happens, then I think, well, can I solve it with Designer? And again, Designer's awesome and it can solve a lot of problems, but not everything. And then if you go through cognitive services and Designer and AutoML, and the pre-built AI builder stuff in Power Apps, and none of that is going to solve the problem what you need, then you look at, okay, I'm going to use PyTorch and build out my own deep learning model. So it's like, just like when you go through any sort of like design process for an application, you kind of go through, okay, which technology do I use? What stack? What do I need? And it's like, you make that decision based on what you're building and what the tools and everything are out there. And it's the same with machine learning.
Awesome. That was a great way to explain all of it. Because as you said, there's just so much, right? Like, what do I do? Where do I get started? But to understand the basic concepts is very important. And to know what you can do and what you cannot do is very important too. So thank you so much. There was a lot of information here. And thanks for joining us and being our cats or Cassie today. This has been so much fun.
Yeah, thanks. Thanks for having me. Have a good day.
No, don't go. We have 2 more minutes.
Okay.
Get cut off, but so this is what I like to ask too. Is there any other tool that you really like to use that we haven't talked about today?
Well, I do like VS Code Notebooks, and I didn't get to use it because of issues, obviously. But yeah, I think for data science, Jupyter Notebooks using, like if I'm gonna do a new type of model, I'll generally go look for white papers and actually read about like different ways that people have done it, which isn't necessarily like a tool, but it's just part of the process of building. I feel like my process and my tools are very much like Conda, Jupyter Notebooks, VS Code, Azure Machine Learning for my compute and my endpoints. But then I have something where I've deployed with like functions, so I think it's kind of all over the place.
Yeah.
I like to use all of the things.
We'll explore more next time, and we'll keep building AI playgrounds next time with cognitive services, and join us for build as well. Thanks,
Yes.
everyone. Thank you for keeping
Bye.
us cheerful when everything goes wrong too.